ready to go? Were you recording on the video already?
Yep.
Well, shit, you're not even sending it. So.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, well, whatever. Welcome back to the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. Frank was hesitant and I'm confusing him, so here we are again. Another episode. Hi. If you hear some crunching in the background occasionally, it's because I decided to treat our new favorite guest, Athena, over there, who is here with our most entertaining Marine so far, I think. Rob, how's it going?
Great.
Yeah?
It's bright and early.
Yeah, you feeling a little what's it called? Clear-eyed and bushy-tailed?
Yeah.
Oh, bright-eyed.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed nowadays?
Yep. Oh,
yeah, because last time I saw you, your eyes weren't so bright.
Oh, yeah, no, they were a little Chinese, man. I think I'd already pumped down like 2 25-ounces last time before we got here.
Your cheeks, too, man. You just all of a sudden, like, sucked right up. You look all snatched. What do the kids get? You're snatched.
Snatched up?
I can see your snatch. Is
No.
that what they say? That's not what they say.
Wait, or no, is it I'm a snack?
You're... So, Frank, how's it going?
Yeah.
How's it going, Frank? We're here with Frank 2.
Yep, I'm here.
Or Frank 1, the number 1 Frank.
Yeah, well, the only one that matters.
So we were trying to get you on before, but because I was really excited about your last episode, you came in with so much fucking fire and fury that I was like, well, we gotta have him back on as soon as possible. And then I hear you're unavailable. What happened to you?
Oh, man, well, you know how it goes. 1 drink leads to 2, and 2 drinks lead to a million, and then those bad people started coming around, and next thing you know, I'm like, nope, gotta stop. I need an intervention, so I took my butt back to the behavioral center and went and chilled there. And I was broke too already, so you know I kind of needed to eat. Of course, Athena over here is always taken care of, so she had food for the month. But Daddy could not afford to eat, so for there I ate free at the VA's expense.
Yeah, the reason we got Athena here is because I have seen your posts, and every time you're out for a walk, you're doing 5, 10, 15 miles a fucking day. It's always with this girl here. And she's beautiful, man. Look at her. She's so well behaved, beautiful. You want to tell the people what kind of dog she is, how long you've had her, where you got her from, all that jazz?
Yeah, she's a female German Shepherd. I got her from one of my buddies that I used to work at the PD with. Her parents are retired canines from McAllen.
But she's not a canine.
No, she's not a canine.
That's why she's so well behaved.
Oh, okay, canine as in fucking dog cop, not as in, I'm like...
Yeah, she's not a narc.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I'm like...
I mean, she'll bite you, but
canine,
she's not...
canine is a dog.
You know, yeah, is that right?
No, a canine is actually a trained dog. It's
well,
trained.
no, when you use the letter K and
like
dash 9.
Kilo 9 is a trained dog.
But CANINE.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
That's the scientific
designation. Yeah.
Yeah,
dog. I was confused.
But yeah, I was reading it as you were saying it as the police dad, because obviously German Shepherd. I've had some bad experiences with actual retired German Shepherds, at least one anyway. Did I mention it on the pod about how I had a German Shepherd escape from me while I was...
You mentioned it to me that you had a bad experience. You said we're going to save it for the pod, so I don't think you mentioned it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was working at an animal hospital in the town over, and it was my job to take the dogs out, put them in the runs out back, and clean out the kennels, bring them back in, put them back in the kennels, right? Simple task, right? This is, one job of many that I had there. But the people failed to report that this particular German Shepherd was quite adept at scaling fences. Because obviously, you gotta continue pursuit no matter what the obstacle, and this dog was very much ready to do that. Nobody told it was retired, and there was no perp on the fucking scene. Because I put it outside in a run, and it scales that 3 foot, about 4.5, 5 foot fence, right? It scales that one, takes off, and I'm like, oh shit! Runs straight past my coworker who is outside in the main area, walking the smaller dogs. And this dog then runs straight past her. I'm like, hey, grab the dog! And of course she doesn't, because she's a larger woman with no mobility at all. This dog then proceeds to jump over a 9-foot fence with barbed wire on the top of it, just scales it. I run over to the fence and see the tiniest little tuft of hair that just got snagged. I'm like, oh great, now we're gonna have to fucking stitch it up when we finally catch this thing. So I yell at my coworker, hey man, I'll be right back. Gotta go chase this fucking dog down in the middle of this fucking highway or frontage road, and
Oh God.
because I didn't know if it was gonna run towards the frontage road or towards the back roads. So I end up literally running after this dog for about 1.5 miles down the road.
And he's got an extra set or an extra 2 pair of legs, so he's moving.
Oh yeah, and then every it would stop and wait till I get close. I'm like, all right, buddy, let's go. It's enough of this shit now, and it would just turn and continue running. So it was the worst trained fucking ex-cop fucking dog ever, man. So I chased it into a field because this is fucking South Texas. There's 5 fields connected to each other, owned by 3 different fucking owners, and I continue to follow its fucking footprints through the fucking fields from about 8 a.m. till about 9:30 p.m. and it was a long summer day.
Holy shit.
So the sun was still out till about like 8:30 or so, and so I'm still out there with a flashlight looking for this dog. And never find it. Finally, my bosses tell me just give up. We'll search again in the morning. We'll let the police know to let us know if there's any reports of a dog in the area. Next day, I get the call about 10 a.m. Because I was already getting ready to go back in for my next shift. Get the call about 10 a.m. Say, hey, go ahead and come in early. We need to have you here so we can file this report. The dog got run over. Hit by a dog. So the owners ended up fucking suing us for like $2,000, $2,500 or something. I think we ended up paying them off, and I got written up for it, even though it was no fault of my own. I followed protocol every step of the way. Just no, it wasn't me who was. I was not informed of the fact that it was a former police dog trained to scale fucking fences.
Yep.
And
I wonder what kind of fences the guy had at his house to keep him from freaking going.
probably wood, the wooden gate,
Yeah.
high wood plank fence instead of a, what's it called, gate instead of fence, not a gate.
Like the hurricane fence, like the.
What, the picket fence?
Yeah, like a picket fence, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last dog I had was fucking notorious for scaling the fucking fence too. She jumped over it.
What kind of dog?
It was a mix of a pit bull with Labrador. And here's the thing, when it was a rescue dog, like literally in the sense of the word, because I was back home over in fucking Stephenville, and I went to the dog pound, and the guy was telling us, yeah, we were about to put these dogs down, so you showed up.
In fact, they say that about every dog. Like every day they're about to put those dogs
Okay,
down.
well, thanks for bursting my bubble.
They're all called rescue dogs for a reason. They're all going to be put to sleep unless somebody fucking saves them.
So then, what happened?
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
so
it's
then-
a beautiful story. Continue.
Yeah, so then I take her home, drive a whole fucking 8 hours back home, and she was sitting fucking, not next to me, but fucking, she was in the back seat, sitting down in the middle with her fucking head between me and my brother, kind of like enjoying the air, and I'm telling my brother, I'm like, this dog used to ride in the truck of an old man who owned a farm. That's Stephenville, everyone owns a farm.
And you knew this, or this is just
I knew this because of the behavior, and
Frank.
and long
Is
story
there a
short,
point to this fucking story?
yeah, long story short,
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
that the dog had anxiety because she was out from she's from the country, so
She's
she'd
a
have
rescue dog.
most
rescue dogs have anxiety.
anxiety from she needs to be out roaming
the
around.
only
and
dog
she
you've
didn't
ever
fucking-
owned?
No.
How many have you had? A lot of dogs?
Yeah, I don't remember what.
Have you killed a lot of
how many.
dogs?
No. Not that I know
That
of.
doesn't sound very convincing.
No, because I'm thinking,
No,
like,
of
have
course
I
not.
killed a dog?
Alright, well, let's get out of this fucking slow ass funk about our fucking first dogs and shit. There's nothing entertaining about these sad little stories.
Actually, I got a kind of funny one.
What do you
about it.
got? What do you
All
want to
right,
tell
so
us?
I'm in high school at this time, right? And one of my good buddies comes over, and he sits down on the bench. I come outside, and he's like, "Hey, your dog's outside." It's like, we don't have a dog. At the time, we didn't have a dog, right? And I was like, "We don't have a dog? What the hell?" And he's like, "Yeah, look right here. This damn dog looked like Master Splinter. It was ridiculous looking." And so my mom ends up getting home. My buddy tells her about it. And mom's like, okay, well, we'll bring it inside and feed it. It looks like malnourished, whatever. Long story short, we end up keeping the dog. Don't know how old she is. She stayed the same size throughout the duration of her life, which was about up until like a few years ago. I kind of gotten into it with my parents. They kicked me out of the house, and I was staying with that same buddy who had found her. Well, this dog was already we'd had her for years, like the better part of 10 years. And we didn't know how old she was when we got her. So she was up there in age, but did she die of natural causes? No. Guess what ends up happening? So the neighbor at my parents' house ends up installing a pool. And
oh shit! I don't like that.
The yard isn't that big, so the pool is like near the fence. And well, the fence it's older, it's wood, whatever. And I guess it finally get rotted out. This was in February.
Yeah.
So it rotted out, so there was a hole in the fence. Well, tiny dog goes through the fence and unsuspectingly just drops right into a pool. She's never been swimming before. So
well, and at that age too, probably arthritis, no strength
yeah,
in the legs.
and so the thing of it is too is that there was that factor, the fact that it was, how South Texas is. Right now we're in December, it's going to be like 80 some degrees today or something like that. Mm-hmm. But in February, for whatever reason, it's cold as balls. So
yeah, winter always comes like a couple months later.
Yeah, so it's a cold February day. She's in a cold pool. Ultimately, she drowns, and she stayed in there, and she actually got picked up by the skimmer.
Oh shit!
And the reason the fucking neighbor didn't think anything of it at the time is because she was brown, so he thought it was a palm tree leaf.
Oh,
going around in circles
dragged
in the fucking pool.
Oh.
So that's how Mona went out.
Dark Horse Comics.
Oh man, and I know I'm laughing.
Oh,
most people would be like, "Man, you had that dog for a long time."
Well, yeah, but the visual representation of the story. I mean, everything about that story,
the irony is that we found this dog. It was on the street for God knows how long. It survived all that mayhem.
Yeah, it would have been fine if you just left it alone.
And if she had just not gone outside that day, who knows? She might have just died of natural causes later on. She might still be alive. Who knows? But that's how she went out. And I know maybe some people are going to be offended, but I'm not a fan of small dogs. Like anything that you can punt.
Really? That's what you think people are going to be offended by? That you would...
Maybe, you never know, man, because dude, we're in South Texas, man. A bunch of people love chihuahuas down here.
Yeah.
And those things are the devil.
Let me make this clear for everyone right now. You're worried about offending people. I don't like fucking dogs. Fuck your dog. Fuck all dogs. I like it because it's gonna get it's sitting there being proper, eating the bone that I fucking got it just to make sure that it sat there to be proper. I know that you can easily manipulate them to be where you want, but it only lasts so long. They're so goddamn finicky. They need too much attention. They need too much fucking food. I can't afford a fucking dog. Give me cats. Buy a big bag of cat food for 12, 15 bucks. Lasts you a fucking month. Fucking scoop their shit once in a while. You don't even gotta take them outside. Once in a while they come and purr and fucking rub on you and shit, and that's all the attention I need. I just need somebody to come and rub up on me every once in a while.
Yeah. We need there's a show, right? Isn't there a show called Evil Pets? Or something like that?
What? I don't know, but hey man.
We gotta put my parents' cat on that one, because he attacks my mom all the time. She'll be asleep, and he will sit there and stare at her, and then just jump up and bite her arm.
That's funny. My cat fucks with my toes when I'm in bed. He sees my feet moving into the blanket.
Yeah.
And he'll pounce up you ever see the picture of the winter foxes that just hop up and dive into the snow?
Yeah.
He does exactly that every time to my toes.
It's actually one of my favorite gifts.
See, I'm a cat guy. I like cats.
Yeah.
Cats, they're chill, man. And
You would love my aunt. She has 50 of them.
I know how to train. Well, we've got 10 of them outside the fucking house, and they fucking multiply every year. And then by winter, they've cut in half the population because they get run over. They get fucking picked up by the owls and shit around here. My grandma had one disemboweled at her house the other day from the fucking owl.
Yeah. If your dog is small enough to carry, you don't have a dog. You have a cat.
True.
So.
No, bullshit, because that fucking little yappy ass fucking dog, fuck that shit. My cat doesn't fucking meow all the time.
Oh, dude.
My cat only meowed, the female only meowed when she was in heat, and then you get them fixed, which is part of our question. Well, what is your dog spayed?
No, not currently.
Are you gonna get her spayed? How do you feel about it?
I want to because, obviously it's better for their health according to vets. It increases their lifespan. Who knows? The only reason I haven't is one, it's expensive to do it at your normal vet. They do have the low-cost spay neuter center. I had her set up.
There's a great place here in Mercedes. We can talk about it off the mic. We'll
Bless you.
see what the prices
Bless
are
you.
compared to what she found.
Dogs
But
are really
we take our animals here to this local one that's been here for a while.
Okay. Yeah,
It's like an old FFA kind of backwoods kind of vet that.
That's cool.
It's legit and shit, but
That's cool. I was an FFA. I trust them.
yeah, you know.
As long as it's not Dr. Kevorkian, we're good.
No. They're real good with the animals. They're real sweet. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, we got some inappropriate questions that I had lined up for you because we've gotten a little bit far off of the subject of. We are the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, which, by the way, you can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. If you've got any comments, questions, concerns, you want to drop us a line, leave us a message. Maybe we'll read it out on here. Find this where else, Frank?
You can find us under Completely Naples 1P in the Twitterverse. You can find us on Instagram under CI Podcast. And you can find us on Facebook and YouTube under Completely Inappropriate Podcast. If you're in the YouTubes, like, share, comment, subscribe, and maybe in a few minutes you'll be able to see the fucking dog. But it's okay, the dog's just there chilling. So
yeah, we'll get the dog up in the video in a little bit before we leave.
Eventually.
Whenever she's done with that bone, which seems to be like 5 minutes from now. It was a giant ham bone. It took her about, 30 minutes to go through?
Just about.
That's beautiful though, man. That bone marrow looks so good, even to me. Throw this shit in a stew. Alright, so our first question for you,
Alright.
Mr. Buddy Boy, is... How do you feel about aggregating the culture of ripping an animal away from its mother, siblings, and opportunity to find its own pack to satiate you wanting a pet?
Alright. So you're saying say she had a litter and you take her pup away from her.
No, she's the pup. You take the pup away from the mother.
Oh, well, see, my buddy, he's only got so much room and he breeds them year round. Or whenever she's ready. That poor dog's titties are touching the ground. She's had so many
Well, see,
puppies.
a lot of people have a problem with breeders and that practice because it is such an overpopulated fucking pool of animals around.
And see, but he's pretty good about it. You know, he treats them right. I mean, he has custom built kennels for them, so they can't because these things will chew out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. So he's got custom built kennels.
I've never had a dog that didn't chew up the fence to get out. If there's any little fucking weakness in the wood,
they will exploit it.
Yeah, they'll exploit every chance they can get. Which goes to show, they don't want to be tied up. They don't want to be inside all the time. Now you're wonderful. You're going to national parks, and when you can't take the dog with you, you make sure you make time to go on long walks with her in the morning.
Yesterday I did 11 miles at the park, and I came home and I was dead tired, man. I was exhausted.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that don't do that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that don't. They tie their dogs up. They're like, oh, we got a beautiful dog. We love our dog. They keep it inside all the time, but they never go out for walks. These people are, large, robust people that barely can walk themselves, and they've got these hyperactive German Shepherds or Dalmatians or, dogs that are intended to be letting out a lot of energy constantly, and they're stuck inside all day.
Yeah, and so, we got home yesterday evening. I did my evening routine. I was setting up my black Christmas tree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that on Instagram. That was nice.
So I was doing that, and then I was like, all right, you know what? It's time to go walk the dog. She's been cooped up in the front area all day. I mean, it's outside. She's outside where she wants to be, but it's small. So we went on a 3-mile walk and got her out, got her energy out. She was, scanning the neighborhood, making sure everybody's safe. And because at my parents' house, she has to stay outside because my parents are weird, and we have my niece. She's small.
Yeah.
Her and my niece are the same age. They're both 3 years old.
It doesn't make everybody comfortable.
But she's my emotional support animal.
She's a large.
She's very intimidating.
Beautiful animal, but if you're about the same size as her, it's kind of a scary experience, I imagine. I mean, imagine a horse, or her the size of a horse, coming up to us, a small horse.
Yeah, so... But at my house, she is indoors, and then of course I live right next to the dog park, so we walk over there, and I just let her off the leash, and it's huge, and she just takes off, she just runs around, and it's funny. She'll act like she really, really wants to go, and after a couple laps, she's just there, and she'll just drop right next to my feet, okay, I'm ready to go.
So you take her to the dog park. How does she behave with other dogs?
She's really good.
Do you notice that does she have a pack mentality where she wants to go hang out, or is she more attracted to being by your side in those situations?
No, she actually likes to go run off and play with the other dogs as long as they're cool.
Well, so back to the question: how do you feel about not allowing her? Like, it's a tough question, I know, but I'm asking because a lot of people don't talk about that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think
it's the natural state. It's the same question you ask about. That vegans would ask or vegetarians would ask about raising cattle for the slaughter. That's not their natural habitat. They're not meant to do that. If you want to go hunting for your source of meat, great. But we're doing that same type of thing at home. Those same vegans have fucking cats that are fucking in their house that are meant to be
vegetarian.
Those vegetarian cats. We're not getting into that right now. Hold on to that. But so you got vegans and they've all got pets. They got parakeets and all these fucking things, but they don't fucking realize that it's the same thing. It's not a natural habitat, natural surrounding for a cat to be inside. They should be outside eating rats and fucking hunting squirrels and shit, you know? So how do we justify this? How do we justify having a pet?
I mean, I feel like, in her case, like, I believe at this point, like, her mother and father, they're already used to it. Like, they already know, gonna have the pups are gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So they're already in that mentality, I believe. Especially since they were retired canines, the same thing happened to them.
So were the slaves. They were kind of in that mindset. There was still a few rebellions that popped up there. So just because you're
they had no qualms. They had no qualms about her walking out with me that day. I'll just say that. But yeah, I believe, like, I've had some friends ask me, would you like to breed her? And I always say no. And one is because I don't want her having saggy titties like her mom. But the other thing is,
I wouldn't want to be your wife in the future.
Well, I mean, hey,
no, we can't have kids.
If and when I have
your tits.
No, even if and when I have a wife, I'll get her a boob job. We'll be good after the kids. But with her, I feel like she would be attached, and even me, like, I would see the puppies, I'd be like, no, they're all mine. Fuck everybody. I don't care about the money.
So you understand. So do you feel like it would be kind of rough on her if she were to have kids and you gave them all away? Would you feel bad about it?
Oh yeah, I would feel horrible.
Do you have any opinions on the whole animal cruelty and slavery that this guy is putting Athena through?
Have been bred into fucking domestication. That's why if you put a fucking...
Now there is I'm sorry, real quick. There is the argument that dogs have bred us to domesticate them, to take care of them. They say that everything about a dog, they have slowly genetically modified themselves as well to have certain facial features, expressions, and they emphasize certain actions and movements to manipulate you into thinking, oh, what a cute animal. Oh, he's begging. We should feed him something. Like, if they didn't do those actions, would we be as inclined to feed them? If they were like more like a... I don't know, what's an animal that you couldn't necessarily... I guess all animals are like that, right? You toss a little food out, they'll get a little closer. You toss a little food out, they get a little closer. I think it's a non sequitur. I don't think it's an actual good... Hey, don't swat at his animal.
No.
Give me the cookies, get them out of her way.
I didn't swat.
You're putting a plate of fucking candy out in front of a child and swatting it when it tries to grab one. What the hell's wrong with you, Frank?
I threw air at it.
You disappointing human being.
No, she's just looking at him like...
You believe this motherfucker just swatted at me?
Honestly, at our house, she barks at him every time he comes in, and he's the only one that she's ever barked at when he comes in the door.
Maybe because he fucking swats at her for no goodamn good reason.
No, it's because every time she sees me, she's like, oh great, I'm going outside.
Peter, do you have problems with Frank? Please let us know at inappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. Alright, well, moving on to our second question. Oh, wait, no, what? I'm sorry, Frank, I did cut you off there. So what do you think about this whole
it's just that
canine slavery?
Dogs were fucking bred from wolves, apparently, but the dog, well, what else would you get them? But dogs were bred into fucking domestication. And my only regret for humanity is that we ended up having chihuahuas like that. Fucking chihuahua. But yeah, so, no, it's not really fucking separating the pup from its pack. Because if they were bred to be part of our pack. That's why you got some assholes over there saying, it's not a dog, he's family. And I'm like, okay, asshole. But anyways, yeah, that's about it. Really,
Wow.
that's all I got.
Enlightening.
Very inspirational, I know.
So, question number 2, Mr. Rob. Would you ever sacrifice Athena to save a stranger's child?
Fuck no.
So you put your dog's life ahead of any other human's spawn, if you don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
What if you know? What if it's your niece? Athena or your niece?
Well, that's my brother's kid, man. It's not my kid.
Damn! Wow, learning the dark truth behind Rob. Jesus. What about Frank? Would you kill it? Would you?
See, that's a hard one. See, Frank's a Marine like me, so.
Damn! Over your niece, bro?
Hey, sometimes blood's thicker than, or the water's thicker than blood sometimes, man.
Wow.
Water can be quite viscous sometimes when mixed with the right
You are my
elements.
favorite inappropriate guest, that is for certain. What about you, Frank?
What about me?
Would you sacrifice a pet to save a stranger's child?
I probably would.
You think so?
Yeah.
You have no qualm. You know, there's never been an animal in your life that meant more to you than a human's life.
Well, I've had several pets, you know, and fucking they've meant something to me, and there's sentimental value to owning a pet or having a pet part of your fucking people pack. But
Come here, Athena.
yeah, like I have a soft side for fucking kids, yeah. But I know myself enough to be like, yeah, if it were between saving my dog or saving someone's kid, I'd save.
You hear that, Rob?
I'd try to save
He
both.
knows enough. Apparently you don't. He called you out, homie.
Well, I ain't taking that kid home with me. I'm taking that thing home with me.
No, I'm saying I try to save both, but I'd go for the kid first.
Now, maybe if it was like a single mom and she, was hot, I'd probably save her kid and sacrifice it to him.
But damn, I'm so confused with you.
But if she's got a husband, that's his job. That's your fuck trophy, not mine.
Your loyalties lie in some strange places, my friend.
Loyalty lies on his penis. But yeah, I try to save both and fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely try and do both. But right now, I mean, as you can see, that's my service animal, so yeah.
Alright, well we've gotten the easy questions out of the way.
Oh shit,
Now
there's harder ones?
Now we're going hard. So we got the easy ones. How do you feel about aggregating, the rape and subjugation of a whole species? That was an easy one. And then would you sacrifice a pet to save a stranger's child? Another softball one. Now here's a hard one. Do you have the audacity to have sex in front of your dog? No, we're lining it up. I didn't.
No, for real. Okay, so there was one time.
Just one time. Okay, so you may.
Well, okay, so wait.
Answer though. Typically, do you have sex?
I try not to because she's very jealous. I mean,
oh, she's jealous.
She's jealous. Like anytime a
snaps.
female comes over and starts getting close to me, she will get between us, and she will literally push the female away.
Wow.
She's very protective. Like
that's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But there was one time when I was still living with my parents. This friend of mine came over, and she had just gotten out of a relationship, and she just needed some new D, and
one thing led to another.
One thing led to another. This was when Athena was allowed in the house when she was a little bit smaller, still a pup, and she was already doing that whole getting between us thing.
Yeah.
So then I kicked her off the bed, and me and my friend had our little romp, and she just sat there in the corner. I mean, I wasn't paying attention because I was doing all the work, so I don't know if she was watching or not, but she just sat there in the corner and just let it happen. Hey, you get over here.
Rubbing her scent on everything.
There you go.
My cats are gonna go fucking crazy for the rest of the.
They're gonna probably forget. They're gonna smell. They're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna
be all paranoid for a couple days.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Sorry, what were we talking about? I got distracted by your
sex
in front of the dog.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. So y'all were having sex. What happened? Anything go on? Did I miss the end of the
No. I mean, I think the dog just sat there at that point. I think at that point she realized, Dad's kind of busy.
Yeah, I used to give a shit, man. It's real because it's just awkward, especially with cats, because they'll straight up just watch the entire act, and they don't watch from a distance. They come right up on you, man.
Yep.
Like the other day, I was taking care of business, and the new cat, the male cat, literally I'm fucking laying there and like on my elbow, just lays on my elbow. Well, and I'm like, wait, what? And I didn't bother fucking swatting it or moving it because it was gonna take her out of it. She would have noticed. So I was like, no, let's just get this finished up. Yeah, I don't know if that's because of how long. Hey, you guys, we're doing a podcast. I know the dog's distracting.
I'm listening.
Listen to you.
This is the slowest.
Don't be jelly.
I am so jelly. I'm getting no attention here.
Oh, you are.
So nowadays, though, now that I have my own house, she does get upset because she does sleep inside with me. She sleeps on the bed. She has her own sleep number, by the way.
What?
So
no.
Yes.
So you have the dual side. Or
yes,
what?
I have the dual side.
And you let her.
And she
pick
sleeps.
her own?
She has her own sleep number. So she does get a little upset when I bring girls home, and then I'm like, she's trying to follow us to the room, like no. And then I close the door, and then she'll get all pissed off, and then as soon as we're done and the girl leaves, she'll jump on the bed and start doing exactly what she started doing, rubbing her scent all over her side of the bed again, like just getting it back on there.
That's hilarious, man. How about you, Frank? Any experience kicking animals out of the room for foreplay?
Well, no, I don't give a fuck. I was trying to think. You know, I know of one time there was this cat while I was fucking doing it. Like, it was never my pets. It was always their pets. And I'm like, would it be different if it were my pets? I'm like, of course not. I mean, you know?
No, I feel like either you care or you don't care. It and it really depends on how invasive the animal is, how much you trust that animal. Because if it's a dog that like was growling at you earlier and now is just staring at your cock going in and out of his fucking owner, then you might be a little concerned about your snossage.
And cats kind of weird me out, man, because you know I know how I see how my parents' cat is, like with the Christmas tree batting the balls.
Yeah,
I can't imagine going out and him
nuts
just see my nuts swinging and he's gonna jump up on the bed and start
You never know.
You never know, man.
Our cats will like run up your leg if you're wearing certain pants and jeans and shit.
Luckily,
like,
my parents' cat is declawed, which I think is inhumane, by the way, because we can't put him outside. He can't climb trees and defend himself.
Now, there's people that clip their dog's ears and clip their tails. What about that?
Hers are naturally like that, so.
Right, but what do you feel about people who do that?
I don't.
Inhumane?
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Now, what's the difference between that and the getting them neutered and spayed?
I mean, that's, you know.
There's the argument that you shouldn't be making that decision on behalf of another living being.
Of course.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. And
Of
when I
course.
say devil's advocate, I mean vegan's advocate.
Yeah. No, but I mean, that is a, you know,
Just
a very big
kidding,
question.
vegans. I see your point. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I love my meats too much. So.
I think it's I think what we're seeing in this day and age is the overpopulation of these pets and all these animals that are ending up in shelters and end up getting killed.
Yeah.
Either way. So, you know, I understand the point. Like, if it's just going to be your
To
pet,
be fair, we have just as many humans out there with no homes.
we should have a purge for real. There's too many idiots walking around. I see it on a daily basis. And people are probably listening to us thinking, well, those are 3 fucking idiots.
Start with it. Yeah. We'll be the first volunteers by our community.
Next episode, Russian roulette. See who goes first.
Oh, we can't
With a
do that.
semi-automatic.
We have to wait till Frank's off probation before we can have the gun. Right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so.
No, we can have a gun. My probation officer's not listening or watching.
You can't play. You just can't play, right? You'll just have to watch.
No, they actually
my kind of
can't even
game.
be around the guns. It's too weird.
Yeah.
It's alright, there's lots of guys on
Are you
probation.
not supposed to be around it at all?
We're not supposed to be.
Unless what if it's somebody's personal sidearm? Like, it's not like
I really don't.
to a place for it.
I really don't give a fuck. I mean, it's fucking right.
No, but
It cannot be taken away from you. The government thinks they can take it away from me, but nah, man. I'm fucking like when fucking.
I mean, you have the right. You can kill somebody tomorrow. The government.
Yeah, but that's not a right. Killing
Sure
somebody's
it
not
is.
a right.
Everything you want to do is what you want to
No,
do.
that's a privilege.
Well, it's the privilege of owning a gun. You don't have the right to own a gun. Otherwise,
You
just
have a right to
walking
defend yourself, and the gun is a tool.
Right.
You know,
I have the
we're
right,
talking about-
just like you have the right to kill somebody if you're defending yourself.
Not a right, but no, we're talking
If
about.
you're defending
fucking-
yourself,
I
it's
don't
not a right
know
to
that.
kill somebody.
Well, no,
I'm sorry, what do you do in war?
What?
You have the right to kill people.
I was like,
It's not,
kill!
it's not a right. It's a fucking.
Chill? Did you just...
No, I said kill!
Oh, kill! Yeah, kill, man.
Hey, dude, I carry a baseball bat in my freaking truck. Because
I've got my shotgun loaded in the fucking other room.
yeah, I got my shotgun in my house too. Little triple-aught buckshot.
I'm not.
Dude, I got a knife on me right now.
I've got mine literally right here.
Hey,
I don't go
what are they saying in that G-Unit song? If I ain't got a pistol on me, for sure I got a knife on me.
You're so gangster.
Shit.
I don't need a knife when I rock so hard.
Oh yeah, no, the other one, if I ain't got a weapon, I'm gonna pick up a rock.
Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah.
And I'm gonna bust your ass and I'm gonna continue to rock.
I was pulling something.
Woo!
I was chopping that fucking shit.
Oh man. Now I want to go to let's start a fight club. Let's do it.
All right, I'll be the referee.
We
You'll
actually
start.
had a fight club in boot camp.
Hey, tie up your
We
dog
actually had a
first.
fight club in boot camp.
That
Oh,
makes sense.
dude, we only got to see one fight in boot camp, but we were doing mountain climbers on the quarterdeck, and homeboy was giving up, and everybody, the guy was older, he was a shitbag, and everybody's yelling at him, and the guy behind him that was yelling at him got the brunt of a full-on donkey kick to the face.
Oh!
And then
Wait, donkey kick?
well, it's we're doing mountain climbers. So he was
Oh,
already
yeah,
poisoned.
yeah,
He was already poisoned the position, and the guy just caught back and boom, rocked him in the face.
Gotta
And,
keep your
yeah.
spacing. Gotta keep your spacing.
Oh, dude, drill instructors were on him so fast. I mean, it was a quick burst, but I mean, they got some blows in before the drill instructors got him. It was pretty entertaining.
That's fun.
You don't get too much entertainment. Well, you actually get a lot of entertainment in boot camp, but yeah, that was.
Usually at each other's expense.
Yeah, usually it's you getting fucked up, and that's the entertainment.
Oh,
So,
okay.
It's nice to see somebody else.
Alright, well, moving on, because we got a few minutes left. This is still the pet episode. I want to get through these questions. So, number 4. I want you, because I've seen the way you've been, every once in a while you just get lost in Athena's eyes there. Right?
Oh, yes.
I mean, she's gorgeous. Look at her. Look at her. Yeah, see that giggle? You hear that voice? That's why I asked this question. Are you, on some level, attracted to your dog sexually?
Oh, hell no. That's
I mean, now, Rob, let's be honest. Rob, I'm telling you, I see your eyes glistening as you stare into this dog's fucking muzzle. Just wishing that she would just learn how to pucker her lips like a real human. Tell me you don't want to...
I've seen her eat her own poop, man. No. No, dude.
Alright. I just had to check, man. Because there's furries out there, man. There's guys that get straight up dressed I am the spirit of a wolf. And they go out dressed like a wolf. Some of them, now I know it's a social thing, they just like to...
There's a CSI episode about that. CSI Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's not
hilarious.
I know it's not always sexual, though, is my point. But there are those sex kinks where they've got the holes cut out in just the right places out of those fucking mascot uniforms. And these guys go at it, and they say they don't wash those things. The
pheromones.
Yeah, I was on some thread. Yeah. That you don't want because you want the animal. They get deep into it. They go in as soon as they're fucking in costume. They're full character. They sniff around. They're on all fours. Some of these people go hard in the paint with this furry business, man.
People think I'm weird.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's because you look like a furry in your day-to-day. You look like a Chewbacca or
I look
Jabba.
like a lot of things.
What are they called? Those the little bears in Star Wars.
Oh, the Ewoks.
The Ewoks. Yeah, you definitely look like a
Ezekiel Elliott looks like a fucking Ewok.
Ezekiel Elliott.
From the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
the running back.
I don't do football.
Yeah, dude. He looks...
Sorry.
I'll pull up a picture here in a bit, and you'll be like, what the fuck? He looks exactly like an Ewok. They actually put his face on an Ewok's body. It was hilarious.
Ezekiel Elliott. Let's see what we got here. Ezekiel. Help me out here, people. Elliott.
Yeah, there you go.
Elliott.
And then just put Ewok and watch that picture come up.
That's not bad. Oh, I see it.
No, the other guy.
No, you can see it in all of these. I see it already. Oh my god. Oh, this poor Ezekiel Elliott. He looks exactly like an Ewok. That's great, guys. That's just fantastic. Well, I lost it. Anyway, alright, you win. Ezekiel Elliott is an Ewok. We've established.
A $90 million
I'm
Ewok.
telling you, the whole mass mindset, mass manipulation of reality is real, man. We believe things into existence. Ezekiel Elliott is proof that because we've all thought about these things for the last fucking 20 years, we've brought it into existence with Ezekiel Elliott. Ewoks are existing.
They're walking among us,
They're walking
incognito.
amongst us, yeah.
Now we sound like the people that they're lizard people. They control the government.
They do, man. We've thought it into existence. It makes sense. Like, we always said it was going to happen. Now it's happening. It all started with 1984, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a thought. It became one of the most popular books. Now everything's happening. Fucking almost verbatim out of that fucking book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dig in there. Man, doesn't that make you just want to French kiss the shit out of her?
Nope.
Literally the shit out of her because her tongue was way deep up in there right now.
Well, her tongue is her toilet paper, so.
Ow!
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that should be a question. Our dog's mouth is really cleaner than ours. Nobody knows.
Oh, I never understood why they said that.
I never understood it either.
Yeah, apparently not. They grabbed the fucking hair from a dog, and no, that's a different study. Never mind. But yeah, that fucking beards are dirtier than fucking dogs.
Yeah, and somehow beards have fecal matter in them. I was like, how?
Well,
you eat ass.
Well,
and
you
then-
wipe. Because you wipe your ass and then you stroke your
Bless you.
beard.
Yeah, but you wash your hands.
Yeah.
You
You
wash
should
your-
wash your hands.
Fecal matter is on everything. It's everywhere.
True.
Yeah, they busted that on MythBusters. They took a brand new toothbrush out of the pack. They put a toothbrush on the sink, and they put a toothbrush in a cover on the sink. All of them had some level of fecal matter.
Yeah, like
Even the brand new one in the package that had been sterilized.
Wow.
Yeah.
They actually had there was like a study that shows like when you flush your toilet, like fecal matter is actually getting thrown out. You can't see
Yeah,
it.
15 feet in the air.
Yeah, but it's in the air. It's crazy.
Yeah, I scooped my cat's shit earlier, and all that dust from the fucking thing, it's meant to fucking make it smell fresh again, right? Like, all the matter in the kitty litter is meant to freshen up the smell. And of course it does that, because you're getting all that powder and particle dust in the air with all that nice scent on it. But there's still cat urine and feces that got absorbed into that too, so that's all getting into the air as well.
And toxoplasmosis.
Oh yeah, is it toxoplasmosis?
Yep, that's what they say. To be careful with cats, like because they go in the box and if they claw you,
Yeah.
you can get toxoplasmosis.
And now rats will get it, and it makes them more attracted to the scent of cat urine. So the rats will actually start searching out the cats to eat them. It's like a bait that the cats end up putting out there for rats. It's
That's
really
interesting.
cool.
I actually never knew that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's the same thing like how rabies gets into the human system and it makes you almost afraid of water.
Yeah, it's hydrophobia.
You
You can become hydrophobic.
Isn't that insane? Like,
Yeah.
it literally changes the way your brain works and the way you think.
To deprive you of the one thing that you need to
that
survive.
You need to survive, so that it can flourish and survive, which is what the cat's urine is doing to the rats to allow it to. Yeah, motherfuckers, science, bitches, y'all learn something from the Completely Inappropriate podcast. So how do you feel about bestiality?
Dude, it's weird, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some.
There's that interspecies erotica from
Dude,
Clerks to
like I cringe, man.
to
If you watch,
Kevin Smith.
even down here, man, Channel 4 and Channel 5, I've seen some of the reports, man.
What you
Man
talking about?
caught banging horses or cattle and shit.
Oh
like-
man, no. This fucker at work, man. This fucker at work. Hey dude, look at this video. And he shows me a video of a donkey, right? And then all of a sudden there's these two kids climbing up on taking turns climbing up this step stool, pulling their pants down, sticking their little kids, like 10 or
What?
12 years old, like deep in Mexico somewhere. They're just taking turns training this fucking donkey. Just poke, 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 step down, the next kid goes up, poke, 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 steps down. They're laughing the whole time.
Not realizing that they can shove their whole fucking arm up the donkey's
Well,
fucking snatch,
I
and it
thought-
wouldn't even
well,
satisfy
Oh
it.
yeah, no, the donkey was just like eating and fucking going about its business, didn't even notice them back there. But I was thinking two things. One, motherfucker, you're gonna go to jail if this ever fucking shows up anywhere that you have this on your phone. This is child fucking pornography. You fucking
That is the first thing, yes.
Yeah, that was the first thing on my mind. Like, how the fuck do you have this? Like, is this a recording you did that someone sent to you? If this is getting sent around, what the fuck? Okay, after I got over that, I'm like, motherfucker, how come this donkey, like, just generally isn't just kicking the shit out donkey, kicking them straight back to fucking Kingdom Come, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, just the risk factor of being behind a fucking animal like that is insane.
Dude, actually, I saw a video. It was probably
Let's
from
look your
Central or
dick
South
out.
America, and this dude was obviously in his, I guess, like apartment or second floor of his apartment or whatever, and in between the buildings, this dude's fucking a chicken. A chicken! An adult dude. I was like,
no.
how do you fuck a chicken?
I thought I played
through
with
the
kids,
egg
man.
hole.
Yeah, well, of course, but it's
It
just
can
like,
fit an egg. It can fit your cock.
yeah, man, it's fucking just weird,
What if
man.
it has an egg in there though, and you like fucking break?
I guess
it?
you have scrambled eggs.
You got scrambled eggs coming out there. No, but a bloody dick to all the egg shards. Ouch!
Oof.
Ouch!
Well, actually, I think before it comes out, it's actually a soft shell, and then it.
Oh, it solidifies as your.
Yeah.
Hey, good pull.
Science!
Yeah, we're still going, people.
Woo!
The more you learn. Alright, well, last couple of questions here. Actually, we're already at an hour. Should we wrap up? I was just
Let's finish it up.
I was just gonna ask. We'll make this one the last one. Were there any dogs in the Marines? Did y'all notice any animals?
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all make friends with any strays out there? Anything like that?
I didn't. He might have, but I didn't per se make friends with strays because I wasn't patrolling in the cities like infantry was.
Okay.
But I was friends with the military working dogs. So,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So there were MP dogs there.
Yeah, we had our military working dogs, bomb sniffing, our EOD dogs for bomb sniffing.
Did you work with any of them personally, or you were?
I got
just
to meet
kind
him.
of around?
I never got attached on a mission with him, but
okay.
like where I was at on his base on Ramadi,
Mhm.
made friends with one of the MPs there, who was the canine handler, and I made good friends with his dog, who was a Belgian Malinois. And then I met his buddy.
Belgian Malinois.
Yeah, they're the ones you see at the checkpoint now. Yeah, they're the ones you see at the checkpoints now. And then his partner came back. He was attached to a SEAL team with his shepherd, and his shepherd actually had severe PTSD because special operations. You know, working with the SEAls.
shock,
Yeah,
everything.
that dog was just all sorts of messed up. They had to
Losing
send
all the people,
send it-
just like anybody else, man.
yeah,
These animals
all the
don't die.
explosions. It took its toll, so they had to send it back to the States.
Oh wow, they look very, very similar to shepherds. Wow.
And the only difference between them and shepherds really is that they have a longer working life.
I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times people are seeing these dogs.
You think they're the same thing?
They think they're
Yeah.
German shepherds. I know I've seen this dog at least a handful of times.
Yeah.
So when you think you're looking at German shepherds with MPs or police canines, they're these. Wow. What's it called? I had been looking at it.
Belgian Malinois.
Malinois. I'm reading it. It still doesn't look like I'm pronouncing it right. Well, awesome, man. How about you, Frank? So did you have any experiences?
Yeah. We had a fucking canine attached to us. I remember this one specific raid. Yeah, it wasn't a raid. It was a patrol. And
Raid.
yeah, we had fucking sit in for the night, I guess. And then what happened? Yeah, so I'm over here in my fucking, I think it was my sleeping bag.
Hey,
I
man.
don't remember. What?
So was it a dog?
Yeah, it was
What kind of dog was it?
one of those Belgian fucking.
How did it show up? Where was it? What kind of dog was it? You're just taking way too long to get information.
No, it was
out.
a fucking Belgian, whatever the fuck.
I'll cut my bullshit out. Let's start
Okay.
over again. What? So Frank,
Yes.
do you have any experiences with the animals in the military?
I've met them. I've seen them.
Awesome, thanks. So this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. I'm sorry, Frank. We're just too far along. We'll get back. We can open up the next episode with it. It leads us into our next episode. It will be a military memories episode, guys. We're gonna visit some questions with Rob. See what kind of stories we can drag out of him. We love you guys. This has been fun. You can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review with your comments. And remember, those other stars don't work, so don't bother trying. Frank, where else can they find us on social media?
You can find us on the Twitters under Completely an App with 1P. You can find us on Instagram under CI Podcast. You can find us on the Facebooks and the YouTubes under Completely Inappropriate Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're fucking watching. It really helps us out.
And that's it, guys. We love you. Rob, any last words?
Oh man, I think we're good to go. Let's get on with it.
All right, he's over it. He doesn't even. Do you even want to do the next episode, Rob?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Get on with it.
Frank, what you got to say?
Nothing much, really.
What do we tell the people, Frank?
Be excellent to each other.
And find your happy people. I've been Tony, and this is Frank. He comes from his mama, and he likes pie.
And chocolate chip cookies.
Bye.